All right, welcome everybody around the world. Welcome to all my subscribers. I got to be very quick because I'm running out of time now. So very quickly, this is just a follow-up to my video from yesterday. Based on all the available evidence and logical common sense facts, we can see that these mystery drones that are flying over America, such as New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia now, or Pennsylvania, whatever PA is, we can see for the following reasons that these are not human drones, that these must be extraterrestrial in origin. I'm going to clear up a lot of myths and point out a lot of basic facts and some common sense for people. But first, I got to say that while this is still shocking to me that this is happening, it's no surprise to me because I've been saying on YouTube for 8 years now, since 2016, that the end of days would be in 2023 or 2024, based on an assortment of biblical prophecies, which are published in my book here, all the evidence. So I've just been waiting for the end days to arrive. At the end of 2023, we saw the attack on Israel occur, and that has continued throughout 2024. Now we've got all these mystery drones flying all over the place. What is going on? Well, to most people, 99% of the people in the world or more are oblivious. They think that there's no connection between any of these things. They're just everyday life on Earth, and these are just human drones. But the 7 biblical prophecies and the extra information and other scripture that I cover in my book and in all my hundreds of videos that I've been doing for years now, all the biblical prophecies show that 2024 will be the end. Okay, either 23 or 24. Now, Ezekiel gives the prophecy that certain nations at the end of days will mount up for war and attack Israel, and Ezekiel names those nations. These nations are the ones that are attacking Israel since October 2023. So the final of the biblical prophecies, and I don't even cover Ezekiel's prophecy in my book. I only cover prophecies that talk about time periods. Ezekiel's prophecy doesn't mention numbers or time periods. It just says right at the end of days this would occur, and that it would occur after Israel is reborn and the people of God are living in the land of Israel again, that these nations would be surrounding Israel and attack Israel. So all the other biblical prophecies from my book have historically already occurred and been fulfilled. They all point to 2023, 2024 being the end. The last one to occur is Ezekiel's prophecy. It's already been playing out now for about a year, actually over a year now. The only thing left to occur is the actual arrival of God and the Messiah at the judgment day itself. Okay, and as I've also been teaching along with my systematic theology, which again, it's also available on Amazon. It's probably too late to buy the books now, but I've been teaching and showing with proof, with the scripture, that extraterrestrials are spoken about in the Bible from the first pages up until the last pages, literally. They're part of God's creation. God created the cosmos, filled it with life, and they serve God. They're living beings up there. Okay, and because of Latin translations, the word messenger, which is what these beings are, has been translated into the word in English angel. And people picture angels as plucking harps with bird wings, like you'd see in cartoons, but that's not what angels are according to the Bible. They're messengers, and they live up in the heavens where the sun, moon, and stars are. So it's very, very clear what extraterrestrials are. The bad extraterrestrials got kicked out of heaven. That's Revelation 12. They got bound to this earth because they're interfering with life on this earth, as per Genesis in the book of 1st Enoch, and their crimes against humanity and such. So this earth right here is going through the biblical story about extraterrestrial interaction with the planet, both good and bad interaction. The good extraterrestrial beings are what we call angels. The bad extraterrestrial beings are the ones we call fallen angels. And the Bible declares that in the end of days, that when the Messiah arrives, he arrives with the armies of the heavens, and he arrives from the heavens with all these legions, and that they will come and do battle against the bad ones, the fallen angels who've been imprisoned here. There's going to be a celestial battle up in the skies overhead of earth when the end of days arrives. Okay, and not only that, but Jesus reveals that he will send out and commission his legions, the messengers, to go out and gather the righteous to rapture them up so we can go off to a new earth. Our citizenship is in the heavens. There's mansions prepared for us in the heavens. There's so many verses about this. It's concrete. This is what is going to happen. 99.9% of the people on this planet, even religious folk, have been completely oblivious to this for thousands of years, been utterly clueless. I clued into it about 20 years ago, and I worked for 20 years on my studies, got my systematic theology published. A couple years later, got my End Days Proofs book published. I've been warning people on all my various YouTube channels for 8 years, made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos talking about this stuff out the yin yang over and over again, but very few people have believed me or even cared to listen. So all I can say is now that Ezekiel's prophesied war has already started, like I said, the very last thing to occur is the arrival of God and Messiah. Now, if Messiah is coming with the legions of the heavens, and if Jesus said, one of the signs that I am here and I'm about to arrive is you will see the stars falling to the earth. Stars represent messengers in the Bible. This is a fact. So when you see the messengers descending down to the earth, you know that the time is imminent. Well, not only are we seeing meteors, fireballs, bolides coming down to the earth, even in the last few weeks have been spectacular ones been caught on cameras around the world. We actually don't even know if they are fireballs or actual UFOs. That remains to be debated further. But we've seen both happen. We've seen fireballs, meteors, bolides, all those natural things coming down. And we have seen since 2023 onwards, the Las Vegas UFO incident. I'm not talking about the shopping mall. I'm talking about where they landed in Las Vegas in that family's backyard. Unprecedented things have been happening in these last few years. These last few years, which are the end days, like I've been warning people. And the very things that I said we would see are occurring. I had a prophetic dream about a month or two ago. I've got it up on my channel. Actually, I had two. They were kind of related. The first one was there was an alien piloting a very small spherical UFO that was transparent, and it was just hovering off the ground amidst crowds of people watching them and observing everybody, but the people couldn't see it. They were oblivious. I saw it, pointed at it, and it started following me. And then I woke up. About a month later or weeks later, I had this prolific dream of alien motherships coming down through the atmosphere and reptilians and other aliens appearing, trying to apprehend people. And I testified about those dreams on my channel. Now, weeks later, we're seeing what could only be an extraterrestrial invasion starting, the prelude to it. And everything I warned is just coming true. Now, I'm not talking about from my dreams. Dreams are just dreams. Those dreams might be bogus or coincidentally accurate. I don't know. But at the end of the day, what the Bible reveals is going to happen is now coming true. Okay, we are seeing the stars coming down, both physical objects and the messengers coming down to the earth. That is actually happening and has been happening the last couple of years. And if Jesus really is coming with legions of celestial messengers to battle against the bad ones who got cast down to this earth, we would expect to see UFO activity up in the sky. We don't know exactly how, when it would start before the end day arrival. It could be days, weeks, months. We don't know for sure, but we would expect it to happen, even if it's on the arrival day itself, and we have to wait until that point. So I've long talked about this for probably hundreds or thousands of hours of my video material and stuff for years. I've been warning that it would happen, and we're actually seeing it happen now. I almost lost hope in 2024 End Days a few months ago because nothing more and further was happening. But now all of a sudden, all of this is happening. So few weeks left to the year, and it looks like we're right on par for this event to happen. Now, the craft that are flying around now, if they are UFOs, we don't know if they're good or bad beings piloting them. We don't know that. They could be the bad ones. It could be the good ones. It could be the angels. It could be the fallen angels. We don't know. You have to judge a tree by its fruit. So far, it's just mysterious. We don't know what's going on. But for all intents and purposes, these could be the good ones, the angels, scouring, monitoring, just the prelude to the grand arrival of the good guys. It could be the bad ones. It could be the fallen angels doing their little prelude before the big battle. But I can tell you now that, if these are the UFOs and whether they're the good or the bad ones, in this biblical scenario, it only 100% proves what I've been saying, and that the end is imminent. When the rapture time arrives, the messengers will be the ones coming to us to seal us, appoint us, gather us, and to take us up. And then we all go up. Okay? We go on to a new Earth, whether it's this one 2.0 or another planet somewhere else, who knows? So you'll have to get ready for this. I mean, the day or night might come where the beings, the good ones, turn up at your door or just materialize in front of you and say, now is the time to go. Okay? And I've been warning people about this. A lot of Christians will be sitting there demonizing them because in a lot of Christian minds, aliens are all demons. They don't distinguish between good, bad. They think that everything out there in the universe is evil except for us on this planet. It's as ludicrous, right? There's so much I could get into, but you have to really prepare yourself, because even if I never existed and brought awareness to this whole topic, what's happening right now in America alone, not to mention the rest of the world where it's happening, just in America alone, you could tell something major is about to go down. Okay, something major involving extraterrestrials, all right, is about to go down. So you got to prepare yourself inside, mentally, spiritually, and everything, psychologically, prepare yourself, because there might come a day, just like in all my dreams, where the whole world changes, your life changes, and it will never be going back to the way it was. Things are going to change, okay? So prepare for that. And on a theological note, get right with God now. Reform from your sins. Go check my systematic theology out, my videos, to see what to do there. But I'm not here to preach. But if the judgment day is coming, you better get right with God now, because the time is up, or the time is running out and will soon be up. But why are these things not drones? Well, number one good reason is it's not America, China, Russia, or any other human nation. You know why? Because if this was a secret operation with secret or with non-secret big drones, then why would they be flying a secret operation out there in front of the public's eye where people are knowingly recording them? Hundreds of people, there's hundreds of clips, there's hundreds of these drones in America alone flying around, thousands of witnesses. They're flying them over people's houses, like 10, 20 feet over the houses in full-blown view. You think that's how America or any other nation would do some secret operation? If you believe that, then you're ignorant. But unfortunately, about 99% of the people out there will think that it's those human drones. Human-piloted drones or human-built drones cannot fly up in the air and hover around for hours and hours and hours. It is impossible. The bigger the drone, the heavier it is, the less time it can stay up. It is impossible that these are created by humans. If there's some super advanced technology that humans made, then why would they be exercised doing this operation out there in the public eye? It's ludicrous. Okay? The American government, the FBI, the military has said that they don't know what these things are. They don't know where they're coming from. They don't know where they're going. They cannot track them. When they lock eyes on them or systems on them, the drones disappear from sight. Okay? There's been allegations that they've been videoed coming in and out of the oceans and water. That would just absolutely prove that it's not human technology. But at the end of the day, humans don't possess this technology. There are big drones. Yes, they cost about $250,000 each. And you're not going to have hundreds of those things flying around America for no apparent reason. And the other thing is this. This is the type of thing that UFO secrecy sought to protect from the public, which was the fear and panic that could break out. Right now, we're literally looking at either a human invasion or an ET invasion. Either one will create huge public panic. Don't you think that if the government was operating this operation, or if, they knew that it was a human operation, that they would tell the people so they don't have all this panic? The reason why the American military, government, FBI, and all that have no explanations is because they don't know what it is. They might know something in the background that, yeah, the ETs are coming, they're good, and they might know the biblical narrative and all that. I'm not getting into conspiracy here. But based on the facts we can see from the authorities, they don't know what they are. Okay? They have all logical reason to admit, oh, it's a secret operation. We're testing things out. They haven't done that. Okay? It's not American. It's not from any other nation. And furthermore, it's not just over America. The media is spinning the story that is just in New Jersey and New York, and now in PA. One or two is spotted in California. But the reality is they're also in Kentucky and Arkansas and many other places across America. They've been seen in the UK, at UK airports, military installations, in other countries around the world too, in South America. It's happening everywhere. It is not just in America. Now, if the media was spinning that true story, more accurate and open story, that would instill more fear in the public, because it's like, well, not one nation is going to be doing that. It could only be aliens. So in order to suppress the public fear, the story is obviously being spun that it's just over New Jersey, basically, and it looks like human drones. That is to help reduce the public panic. It cannot be denied that whatever is operating these things wants to be seen. Okay? And no secret foreign adversary would be doing something wanting to be seen. It's ludicrous. Okay? And there are helicopters and actual human airplanes and drones going up there to monitor and track these things. People have caught them on camera. And you get the ignorant folk out there saying, oh, I saw the footage. It was clearly a helicopter. Oh, this one clearly looks like an airplane. Yeah, good for you. There are airplanes and helicopters in the sky, for heaven's sake. We're talking about all the ones that don't look like helicopters and airplanes, that are flying around silently or making weird noises, flying impossibly, making impossible maneuvers and behaviors, and all that. There are fleets of them, 20, 50 at a time going overhead. That's not helicopters. That's not planes. So many people out there are ignorant. They got their heads in the sand like ostriches. They have no clue. What makes me laugh is, for nearly 80 years, people have been joking and waiting for an alien invasion to happen. One is actually happening now. The people are literally seeing it, but they all got their heads in the sand. It baffles me. How much more clear evidence do you need? Do you need them to land and the aliens to come out for you to finally realize, oh, it's not China? I mean, come on, it's ridiculous, man. Everybody out there on every video I go to thinks that it's some foreign nation. It's just ridiculous and stupid to think that. Absolutely stupid, right? I mean, I've lost sympathy for the rest of the planet now. I mean, if you're all that ignorant in the face of such evidence, and you've ignored the Bible and its warnings for 2,000 years, I have no sympathy left anymore. When this invasion or whatever it's going to be occurs, the end days and the arrival of all this celestial battle and stuff, when that takes place, I can't have sympathy for people. I've tried to warn people for 8 years and educate them. Nobody wants to listen. Very few do. So if you want to keep thinking it's the Chinese or the Russians or this and that there, keep thinking that and wait till the judgment day arrives. And then what are you going to do then? Pick straws? It's going to be too late. So people need to apply common sense, logic, get educated, and realize that these are not Chinese or Russian or even American drones. It's not some psyop that the American government's doing. I mean, this is a bunch of stupid baloney. Why would America do a psyop like this? I've heard every stupid theory in the books coming from these people. Why would they do this? A secret operation or a psyop operation? Just stop and think about the logic with this. It's ridiculous. What is occurring is causing major outcry and concern in the people, and the people are pissed off because the authorities can't explain it. How would that be a psyop? How would that be a psyop? I've heard people say it's Project Bluebeam. Well, holograms don't make noise, for heaven's sake. People are really ignorant. They're finally seeing a UFO invasion start. This is just the prelude, the introduction to it. They're seeing it start, and it's like their head is just in the sand. They can't comprehend it. I mean, if it is aliens, the aliens are probably saying, what more do we have to do to make the people aware, for heaven's sake? Do we have to land? I mean, maybe they've got non-interference laws, and they're not allowed to land and interact with people until certain event times or whatever. But anyways, I've got to get going. So don't say I didn't warn you. I would be highly surprised that these are just human drones. They got no trackers on them. GPS can't track them. They don't have the radio emission emitter things. They're not logged in. They don't have licenses. The authorities aren't chasing them and getting, pictures of them and tracking down the owners. None of that's happening. Why? Because humans don't own and operate them. There are some human drones up there, yes, flying around with the helicopters and airplanes trying to document these things, yeah. But 99% of the rest of them, the hundreds of drones up there, they're not even drones, they're UFOs. So people got to get with it. All you got to do is look at some of the footage. They're clearly, they're not little buzz drones. Okay, clearly. But anyways, take care, folks, and God bless.